Hey guys, Jeff Lerman here, and tonight I'm going to go over some strategies on the first part of the SEO monster, and it is doing your keyword research, which is so critical. So many people start websites and blogs or YouTube videos, and they don't even take into account what kind of keyword they want to go after. And this is just absolutely imperative if you want to try to rank on Google or YouTube. You have to be able to go after the right keyword and have a strategy on how to do that. And once I show you how easy this is to do, because I'm going to try to go through this video in about 10 minutes, once I show you how easy this is, hopefully never again will you try to attack something like this without having a keyword strategy. Okay, and you can do this with software, but I'm going to show you the absolute free method to do it in the way that I usually do it, because it's for one free and it's easy, and pretty much anybody can take this and run with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Google Keyword Planner. So I'm going to pull that up. I'm going to pull up Google Keyword. Okay, so there it is. And this is the Google AdWords Keyword Planner, and you're going to have a Gmail account to open up one of these. You might already have it, but just in case, you're going to need a Gmail account. And this is what you're going to see. So this is the Keyword Planner. So the first thing that I would do is try to test out a group of ideas. Okay, so this is the first selection here. Search for a new keyword and add group idea. And in this case, I'm going to go after lead generation, but lead generation is probably too broad because I only want to look at getting leads online. So I'm going to target, let's see here, leads online and see what kind of traffic that gets. Okay, so let's just put in leads online first and see what it gives us. Okay, so it brings up all this stuff here in the idea section. It's going to show you the average monthly searches for all of it put together. We don't want that. We just want to go down here, and you know what we should do first? Let's go down to keyword options. Click on that, and where it says only show ideas closely related to my search terms, in this case we want to click this on. So that way we don't have all this other stuff in here. You're going to see the list kind of collapse here once it kicks in. There it goes. Okay, great. All right, so when we go to keyword ideas, because we're in ad group ideas right now, we see that leads online has 8,100 searches a month. So what we're really looking for here is we're looking for the highest amount of searches per month, and we want the lowest competition possible, because the more competition, the harder it's going to be to rank. Now, I will say this, and a lot of people don't know this, but YouTube videos, you can pretty much go after anything. And if you do it the right way, you've got a great chance to rank on both Google and YouTube. I'm not kidding when I said that. But it's obviously a little more risky if you're going for something that's high competition that you may not rank on Google. You probably still will rank on the first page of YouTube if you do it right. But Google's a little bit harder. So just keep in your mind, you want the high amount of searches and you want lower competition. But in this case, I'm going to go out. I'm basically just doing a video here. So in my case here, I can go after this right here. This is definitely one that I'm probably going to go after. All right, but I just want to make sure that this is getting the highest amount of searches out of what's in my head right now. So leads online is one. Then I could say how to get leads online would be another one. Let's see what that gives us. Okay, that's only 140 a month, so that's not even close. Okay, so forget about that one. Let's see, what would be another one? Let's see, online lead generation. That's another one that comes to mind. Okay, that gives me 880 searches per month, so that's nice. Okay, but I think leads online is by far going to be the one that I want to use. And what you want to do here is you want to start with a word like this that's getting a lot of searches. I'm sorry, it's leads online, not lead online. Okay, but you don't want to be too broad. And okay, so leads online is a great starting point for me here. But if I did something like lead generation, it's just too broad because it could mean online, it could mean offline. I mean, we're just talking like all over the place, and I need to be more targeted than that. So there you go. Lead generation is 18.1. That's the highest one. So that would be a good one to target, but you would have to drill down a couple levels underneath that, and that's kind of what I'm doing with leads online. Okay, so online lead generation was 880, and leads online was 8100. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go after leads online. Okay, I just think going after lead generation, it's just too broad for me right now. So you want to keep it something with a lot. You want to start at the point with something with a lot of searches a month, but you don't want to be too broad to where you're starting way at the top. I mean, it's just too far up there. Okay, so I'm going to take leads online now, and I'm going to put it into this free tool called Ubersuggest. Okay, it's actually ubersuggest.org. Okay, and it's funny because before this, I was using some software, and I have some software, and it works great. But here we are. This is a free method, and it works just as good. In fact, you might even get more. Um, you might even get more results out of this than compared to some of the tools out there that cost money. So I would say, if this is still around at the time that you're watching this, use this because it works. So what you're going to do is of course, it tells you here what to do, but I'm just going to go through it real quick. Put in your information, your keyword right here. It's leads online. Okay, and then you're just going to click suggest. It's going to put a little caption in there you got to fill out because I've already done it here. I'm trying to save time. And then it's going to give you all of these suggestions. This is just awesome. Look at this. A to Z suggestions. What you're going to do is you're going to go after each one, or you're going to go to each one and just open them up. Okay, I've already done it because I was trying to save time, but like lead online training, maybe that's one I want to look at. So let's open that one up. Sometimes they don't open up, but there it goes. Okay, it's moving a little bit slow tonight. Okay, there was just one underneath that, but really no other levels. Okay, so basically you're going to open up the ones that you think are relevant, and if you're not sure, do it anyway because you don't want to miss anything. On the other hand, you don't want to get paralysis by analysis either. So, just go through them, open up the ones that you think may be relevant. Is there anything MLM leads? Let's see. I don't see that. It's interesting. Okay. Online lead management. Okay. All right. So you get the point. Go down the whole list, open up the ones you want, and then what you're going to do, once you have your whole list open, you're just going to go and just copy everything that you see. Just copy. You don't have to be pretty here. Copy it all the way down. Okay. The whole list. Boom. Okay. You're going to do a Control C or right click and copy. Okay. Boom. Copy it. I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it again. And copy it right into a Word document. When you do paste it, or a text, you can do it into a text pad too, whatever you're more comfortable with. When you do it though, make sure when you right click your mouse, if you're working on a PC that is, you're going to want to you're just going to want to paste it as a text. Okay. Otherwise, it'll bring in all the formatting. You don't want that. So basically it's going to give you this huge list here. Okay. Of right on your notepad or on your Microsoft Word document, which I'm using right here. Okay, so now you got this beautiful list. I don't need this one here. It's probably a good idea to scrape this list. Just go through them. If you see ones here that you're not going to use that are just kind of ridiculous, just get rid of them, scrub them. I'm not going to do it too much today because I'm just demonstrating here. But you see the point. Like I'm not in Arkansas or Australia. Those are kind of silly. For this here, goodbye. Anything like this. Okay, and again, if you're using software for this, it'd be a lot more automated than this. You wouldn't have to do as much scrubbing here, but again, this is the free way, so it still works great. Just want to demonstrate here. Okay, so that's it for now. So then what you're going to do is go back to your keyword planner, and I think what I'm going to do here is just for the sake of making things simple, I'm going to go ahead and X out of it. Okay, so it's gone. I just took it out, and then I'm going to open up a new window and open it up again. And the only reason why is because I already had it open to a different setting, and I just want to make sure you get this part. Okay, because now instead of doing the first selection where the first time we went through this, we were just testing some words. We went through search for new keyword and add group ideas, right? Well, this time, because we're putting an actual list in, we're going to use number 2, okay? Get search volume for a list of keywords or group. Okay, so let's open that up. All right, we don't want to change anything down here. We want it wide open. We're going to go back to our list, and we're just going to copy this whole thing down. Okay. Control C, copied. Okay, and then boom. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and paste that whole list in there. And again, it would be more scrubbed than this. There's an M, or that's good, okay. Yeah, okay. Again, it would be more scrubbed than this if I was really doing it right now, but this is a keyword I'm going to go after, but this is just demonstration here. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to click on Get Search Volume. Click on Keyword Ideas, and now you're going to start looking through these and seeing which ones have the volume. Okay, so clearly, leads online, if I want to be brave, I'm going to go after that. And when I say that, what I mean by that is I'm going to go after that with a video. That's probably what I'm going to target, leads online. Okay, it's either going to be that or it's going to be online lead generation. All right, that's in here somewhere. We saw that had 880. It's in this list somewhere, but it had 880. That's probably what I'm going to do because these other ones aren't even close. Okay, so you're going to go through this whole list here. Okay, and there's 30 pages to go through, but you're going to see which ones have the most traffic, and then you're going to just add them to your list. Okay, some of these don't have any traffic, so this would probably go pretty fast. Okay, look at this. So you're going to get through it in basically, one page. Okay, let's go back to the ad group ideas again. Okay, online. Okay, so this bucket here is probably where I want to be mostly. Okay, and I'm not seeing anything here that has any significant traffic. Just really not. So what I may want to do is I may want to go back and do a few more words. Like for instance, I'll show you in a second here. So let's go back and modify the search, and let's put in internet leads. Okay. And we could say, I don't want to get into get traffic and all that because now you're getting into more of a different segment, I think. So internet leads are, let's see, how to get leads online, how to get leads on the internet. I'm just going through right now and whatever comes to my mind. And I could say web leads. What else? Let's see here. I guess that's good for now. Okay, so here we go. Internet leads. We've got 260, so still it's kind of low. And you really want to try to stay for what you're targeting, maybe right around 1,000. You could go a little less than that. I think 880 is fine. But once you start getting below like 700, I think you just really, for your main keyword, you're starting to get into, why do all the work to try to target that? There's just not enough traffic. And one other thing you want to check is, like, for instance, let's go back to leads online and look at that one in the graph. You just want to make sure in this graph, when you look at the last 12 months that you've got here, that if there's no outliers, like for instance, maybe in some months you'd have like 10 searches and then it goes up to 10,000, something might have happened. You're not going to have that with this keyword, but just make sure that you've got a pretty consistent trend there going, and you're not chasing something that was that's going to be like dead tomorrow. That's a good way to to do some research here. Okay. So you get my drift here. This is kind of a tough one to get, because what it looks like to me is that when we're looking at leads online, there's only a few words that I'm going to probably use. So what I'm probably going to go with is I'm going to do leads online. Okay, let's just go ahead and put them all up here. I'm going to say leads online, how to get leads online. Let's see, let's see, online lead generation. Okay, so internet leads, how to get leads online, online lead generation, and I guess I'll use web leads. Internet lead generation. Okay. Get ideas. So that's going to be probably the bulk of what I use right there. Okay, so I'll target leads online, and then I'll go to online lead generation, and I'll just basically these 6 keywords, and maybe I'll try to find a few more that I'll target. So look here, leads generation gets 590. So when somebody accidentally puts an S in there, well, I guess it's not an accident, That's another one I'll probably put in there. MLM lead generation, there's a nice one. Look at that, it just gave me a great idea. Okay, MLM lead generation is 720, so I definitely want to get that one in there. Okay, so basically I'm going to go through this list though, and you see I just did the analysis in about 10 minutes. And lead generation ideas, there's some good ones in here. Okay, so I've got it. This is what I'm going to use. Basically, I'll go through this list later. I'll pull out the ones I want. And when I make my video, okay, I am going to, use leads online as my main keyword, and then which is a little brave. I could probably drop down and use online lead generation and rank a lot easier, just because, there's not as many searches. But then again, they're both high competition, so why not go for the one that has more, since they're both high competition. Okay. Now, in terms of a website, I would not put up a website with this keyword, because it's going to be harder to rank a website. So for websites, I will, try to put up something that is lower medium competition, because it's just a lot easier to rank. Now, there are some cases that I may do something if it's high competition, if I know my content is going to be totally unique, and because I do have an idea of something that I want to do, where I'm going to be going after something that's high competition, but I think it's going to work, and I'll go over that later on when I would do that. But the point is, if you're building a blog or website, try to go for high search, low competition, okay? If you're doing a YouTube video, man, all bets are off. Just, high search and high competition is fine. All right, so I've got what I need here. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to start working on my video. I'm going to make sure that my video is going to be keyword rich with, these keywords in it, meaning what I say, what I do in the video has to be relevant to these keywords, and how I write up that description has to be relevant to these keywords. Okay, that I just gave you some amazing tips today, straight from the heart, of some really great SEO strategy, and did it all from my head. I mean, this is something that I just started looking at here, and and I hope you enjoyed it. So what I'll do is I'll hopefully catch you guys on the next video here when I probably make the video or start optimizing the video. We'll see. So I appreciate you tuning into this, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks. Have a great night and be blessed.